All right, welcome back, everybody. We are now on to part 21 of the Elden Ring All Bosses walkthrough. Last episode we did Volcano Manor, and I mentioned that we were going to go to the Subterranean Shunning grounds. But first, now that we've cleared Volcano Manor, I remembered that I wanted to come down here to Jarburg, because there's some updates now. I came down here preemptively in the Mountaintops of the Giants episode thinking that Dialos would be here, but I realized that we needed to do Volcano Manor first, so now he should be here. There he is.
Oh, my friend, it's been far too long. I have to say you caught me at a rather low point. But as you see, I've put all that behind me. Left the Volcano Manor, forging my own path now, making my own choices. Even a fool like me can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow.
Well, good for Dialos.
A fool I may be, but I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel...
So cool. He's found a better purpose in life. We love that. We're going to go talk to Jar Baron, see what he thinks of that.
Oh, hello again, cuz. Have you heard? A new potentate's come to the village. I think he said his name was Dialos. He seems a little down in the dumps, but his hands, as smooth as silk. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Even though good Sir Dialos has a wonderful suit of armor, he says he isn't a warrior. And since he's a coward, he won't be fighting anymore. His smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you. Dialos is smooth, but I wish...
Okay. And that little line of dialogue is unfortunately a little glimpse into what's about to happen. So, we'll run over here, reload the area. We're going to do this 5 times. Oh, I guess it only took 4. So, if we come forward here, we'll see the jars are smashed. Big ones, small ones. Jar Baron is nowhere to be seen. Up in his normal spot. If we come down here, we'll see him here.
Oh, cuz, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Dialos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken. I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior, Jar. A warrior. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone. The tale of House... That's the kind of... Even if I'm...
So, terrible things have happened, but Jar Baron is feeling hopeful at the least. Dialos has fought everyone off.
You... Are the jars... Are they alright? Did I defend them?
Now, you could be a jerk and say, I'm afraid not here, but we're just going to, we're going to let him know you did a good job.
Well, this fool proved his worth in the end.
Then if we reload the area again and go back there, we'll be able to loot his corpse.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who protects everybody. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who...
Or at least we're supposed to be able to. Maybe one more reload. Yep, so Tarbaron's back up in his normal spot. Yep, and there's the loot. And there we go. Okay, yeah, so good old Miyazaki giving us another very depressing quest line, but that is the end of Dialos. We also picked up the Tonic of Forgetfulness last episode. I forgot that we wanted to come up here to Corrin and give it to him. So we're going to do that real quick. Quickest way. Probably right here. Oh, and we also didn't take the death route that we got up here to Gronk. Totally forgot about that. So, a couple things to clean up real quick before we go to the Shunning Grounds.
Nice to see. Do you need something? What is this? It will make me forget, you say, so that I can push aside these frightful thoughts. Would that I could. Would that I could. It will make me forget so that I can... Would that I could. The golden orb.
That is all we need to do there. Okay. Well, now we can go to where we initially wanted to go. We're going to go to the Avenue Balcony Site of Grace. Man, couldn't think of the word. I almost said bonfire about 5 times during that pause. Alright, so a couple ways that you can get there. One of which is if you come down here and over to the left. You can just jump straight down over here to this area. Watch out for grabby boys. But then you can just jump down into this well. And open this door. So typically the easiest way to get to that well. This is an area I really don't like doing underleveled, so I'm glad that we did a bunch of other stuff beforehand. Because there's a bunch of omens in here, and if I already haven't expressed my feelings about omens, I freaking hate them. Alright, so here we are. Now, if you look up to the right there, you'll see that item on that beam, and you'll probably be like, how the heck are we supposed to get there? And you'll see, oh, there's a manhole that we can drop down. Well, you can't drop down that yet. That is going to be a while from now, but we'll remember that that item is there. But to get to the first bonfire in this area, you'll come down the ladder, over here to the left, boom. As I mentioned, there's a bunch of omens down here. We're already getting attacked by one. I can hate these guys. Wow, I'm still getting my butt kicked even at the level that we're at. There we go. Okay. We should probably spin these runes real quick. So we'll level up. Oh, what? We'll go HP and endurance again. Okay. So, as I mentioned beforehand, this area can be extremely confusing if you don't know what you're doing. Even to this day, after so many subsequent playthroughs, it's still really easy for me to get lost. So, I will do my best to point you in the right direction as we go through here. Normally I'll just run past these omens, but to make sure I'm giving the best walkthrough possible, to just make sure there are as few enemies as possible to have to worry about. Nice. Okay. So first place that we're able to go is right down here. Ouch. Watch out for this Miranda flower. There's a couple of them. Awesome. Alright, whatever. We're getting poisoned. We'll deal with it. Now, if it starts doing this attack, I'll just bait it out into an area where it's not going to affect me on the ladder itself. I'll climb all the way up the ladder. Now, if you want to unlock all of the endings and be able to pick from all of them at the end, up here is a very important spot. You can grab that item if you want, but you can see there's a finger creeper waiting for you. Now you'll try to open this door and you'll see that it is locked. Oh, it spawned anyway! Oh my gosh. Heck off. I freaking hate finger creepers. So, we want to remember this spot, because, like I said, we're going to be coming back here to unlock one of the endings. But we'll go ahead and head back down for now. Now, the remaining section of this part of the Shunning Grounds is completely optional. There's nothing... I mean, the Subterranean Shunning Grounds in general are optional. Like, nothing here is required for the story, unless you're going for the Flame of Frenzy ending. Watch out for these holes. They are all over the place in this area. Alright, so here you'll see this Omen. That is not the last one that is going to drop down in this room. I really hate this room because there are so many of these guys that will just continue to drop down. Like, it's a ridiculous amount. So there's one. Here comes another one. Oh, you're gonna go down the ladder? Weirdo. Just do his flip attack like your buddy. Alright, 2 down. Next one. Come on down. next. Pretty sure there's more than 3. Maybe not. Maybe that's it. Maybe it just feels like it's more than 3 because I usually try to run past these guys. Okay, that's it. Cool. Okay, so getting to this part lets you come over to this gate to unlock it. This leads us back to where we were originally. Let's see, just down the hallway there is where we came from. Now we can come over here and open this door. Alright, so if you come over here, there will be a putrid corpse. And another one. Now, if you try to drop down here, that is instant death. So you're probably wondering, oh, is this just a dead end? Nowhere to go? No. You can drop down right onto here. You can hear the scarab that's down here. And down in this room will take you to the next portion of the Shunning Grounds. Okay, at the end of last episode I mentioned that there was going to be, I would show a shortcut that you can do to skip the more confusing part of the Shunning Grounds. That skip is in this area. So, let's see. So you see that elevator right there. I won't do the skip right now. I'll show you after we go the proper way. But there is a way to jump from one of these windows onto the elevator that will take you all the way down to the bottom where the end of the level is. On a casual playthrough, I always do that now because, like I said, I just get so confused running through this place every time now. So, hopefully I can remember how to get through here without having to look anything up. But we'll see. Okay, now you can go down here. There are a few items over there to the left of the Miranda Flower. Nothing that's necessarily worth it, in my opinion, so I tend to ignore it, but by all means go and explore. But there's really not all that much down there. Right. Now, it wouldn't be a sewer system without some basilisks. We learned that from DS1. Alright, now this door is locked from this side. You can unlock it from the other, obviously. As always, keep an eye out on the floor. Make sure that you're not going to fall into any holes. However, to complete this level, there is one hole that will want to fall down eventually. Okay, so killing that Omen gives us an Omen Baron, which is pretty cool. It's a reusable item that you can use to you can use FP to do like the little Omen attack, which will seek towards enemies. So kind of cool. Like I said, it is reusable, so use it to your heart's content with whatever FP that you have. Alright, so climbing up this ladder will take us back to where we originally started, but just on an above portion. Wait, sorry, no. Well, like, takes us that above portion that will allow us to open these doors that lead us back to where we started. There you go. There's the side of grace right there. Feel free to rest if you need to. Alright, these pipes are where we're going to be going next. Ultimately, we are trying to get to that door right there. That ladder can be kicked down from over there, so it unlocks a little bit of a shortcut. And you'll see that pipe, that open part of it, that's where we want to go. So, if we come in here, we'll drop down onto this pipe. Watch out for the many, many imps that will be in this area. It is kind of unstable ground, so it is common for them to just fall off. Watch out for this guy in particular. Hello. Okay, now I can drop down from here. Now, if you die, you don't have to go back that same specific way. There is another way to get here. Goodbye. Yeah, make sure to watch out for that guy. It's very easy for him to knock you down. Alright, so, kicking the ladder now. Boom. And jump into the pipe. Alright, now here's the portion where it's really easy to just get caught in the loop and feel like you're just running in circles. But you want to go this way, if I remember right. Which hopefully I am. Okay, and then you want to jump over this hole. But then you want to go down this hole. Ouch. Jerk. Okay, now this is the door that was locked from the other side from before. We're now able to open it. We just want to come this way. Yes, alright, I remembered. Woohoo! Now as we get down here, there's going to be some warrior jars. Oh wow, friendly fire, jeez. And then we can take the elevator down. Whoa. This is the same elevator that I was talking about with the skip before. Again, I will show you how to do that. I'm by no means a speedrunner or like some kind of glitch master or anything, so don't expect a ton of tricks, but this is one that I know. We'll send it back up to practice that trick. Alright, this is the end of the area, but there is surprisingly a lot more to do in the Shunning grounds, so including an entire catacombs. So we're going to go back to the underground roadside side of Grace so I can show you how to get to those catacombs. Alright, so let's see, best way. Okay, so come over here and go down this ladder. Now again, watch out for all the imps that are in this area. Here. Imps are going to break out of the box there, try to knock you down. Ooh, that was almost bad. Oh, we are all out of stamina. Wow, okay, I might die here. Whew. So much for running past all of them. That was not the play. All right. Whew. Okay. Now if we come up here, watch out for this Omen. Stagger. We can come over here and open this lever, and that will open the gate back to the side of Grace. Okay. Pretty sure that's it here. Yep. Alright, now going back down. Now you can drop down onto this pipe. And from here, it's kind of up to you where you want to drop down. Either way, you're going to be taking damage. Now, there are some lobsters down here. Fortunately, you can ignore them. There's no... You can run around and grab all these items if you want to, but none of them are anything special or required. So, because it's lobsters, I choose to ignore. And here we are into the catacombs. Alright, now if we come down here, we'll see that the boss door is located right here. Just going to ignore those putrid corpses since they'll just infinitely respawn. You jerk. Alright, got exploding corpses here. Let's try to bait them out. Cool. Alright, wait for this fire attack. Run. Knock that down. We're not going to go in there for a second. Okay. Kill this Omen real quick. Nice. Another Crucible Talisman. So if you're hunting for all the talismans, that spot is required. Another Omen. This one with cut off horns. So I think the lore of this place is this is where like all the omens were basically cast away. That's why there's so many of them down here, because they were seen as like devil spawn, basically, you know. Which is why there are omen killers whose entire job was, as the name implies, to kill omens and collect their horns as trophies. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, now this just keeps looping. Yep. Okay, so I believe we've got everything in here that we need. So going back to the beginning now, there is another section of the catacombs. Oh, but wait, we're in a loop. So this is another catacombs that is basically just trying to trick you into thinking that you're going in circles. You'll see here that this boss door is open. There is no fog gate, but there's gonna be 2 omen killers in here, I believe. One is hiding around the corner, I think. Yeah, right there. Closer. So now the trick is to figure out, okay, how do you actually get to the real boss door. So we're going to come back here. It is very clever the way it does it because, you know, in this room you originally did kill a few putrid corpses if you killed all the enemies. So you see these here and you think, oh yeah, I've already been here. This imp statue over here has been knocked down. So it's very easy to look at it surface level and think, wait a minute, I've been here before. We'll come back up here. And over here to the right. Down the ladder we go. And we're yet again in another room that looks like the one we were in before. However, this one has the actual lever that we've been looking for. So we'll drop down, make this way. And this is the actual boss door. You can see the fog gate down there. So I love little catacombs like this where, again, the game is just trying to trick you into thinking you're going one way or you're just going in circles. But there is this unexplored area, so you'll see that out there is where the lobsters were. And come up this elevator. You'll see there's a bunch of spirit ash enemies. And a spirit caller snail right here that is summoning them. And that will kill all of them as well as a talisman. And this opens up a little shortcut back up into that area with the statue and the Omen from before. So yeah. Okay, well let's go fight the boss now. Which I honestly can't remember what the boss of this area actually is. Oh, freaking Esgar. Alright, so you want to kill these blood dogs instantly. They will be a pain if you don't. Wow, luckily we were doing crazy damage, so that was really easy. At a low level, like, I can absolutely wreck you. Now, this Lord of Blood's Exaltation is a very good item for if you're using a bleed build, like, you know, I am. So anytime there's blood loss, boom, you get a uptick in attack power. So very cool. In fact, I think we'll replace our Assassin's Crimson Dagger with that just for some more attack power. Okay, well that's it for the catacombs. Let's go spin these runes real quick. I do wish this area had its own underground map, because trying to find the sites of grace is annoying, but unfortunately the deep root depths are right below us, so they couldn't do that. Alright, we're going to spin these runes, and then I'm going to see if I can manage to do the skip first try. Hopefully without dying, but we'll find out. Alright, so the skip does require that you make it at least over to this section past the gate over here. So you do have to run through that early section of pipes in order to do this. Okay. We'll drop down into here. Alright. And then I believe it's this one. Or maybe it's... I can never remember which window until I get directly to it. Okay, there we go. This is the one. So you'll see the elevator's right there. And essentially you just got to try to jump onto it perfectly, which I did not. It can be a little tricky, but I promise it's possible. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, finally.
Pow. Wham. Kazap. First try.
Okay, so that's the side you want to do it from. So you want to do it from that lowest window, not where I was doing it from before. Give me a break. I haven't done this in so long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that took so long. Oy, but yeah, so that's the skip. We were already down here anyway, but yeah. So if you don't want to do most of the area, then yeah, that's an option. But yeah. Okay, before we press forward, I could have sworn that we had already started Dung Eater's questline, but I guess not, since he is not in that jail cell. So we're gonna go over here and talk to him in the round table hold.
No. Wait. You have felt the curse. I can smell it on you. The pox, yet tender. Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. 'Twas a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital.
Okay, so he gives us that key.
Kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, so now we can go back to that jail cell that I pointed out earlier. Go ahead and run there real quick. Now, doing this does unlock Dung Eater as a summon on multiple boss fights, so even if you don't want to necessarily do the ending that is associated with him, if you still want some help for some fights, he does show up for a handful, so it is worth it in that regard. Hello.
Who are you? I've been here long enough. I will kill again. And defile each corpse with care. Just to be sure that when they're reborn, they'll be cursed. Along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come. I will kill it just to be sure.
Okay. So now that we've opened his cell, come on, de-aggro so I can get out of here, please. Ugh, they're not gonna be nice. Whatever. So annoying. Okay, so we last left Blackguard over here, near where we fought the Draconic Tree Sentinel. If we go back that way, this is probably the easiest way to get back there, even though we have to run past that rune bear. We are unfortunately going to lose our friend Blackguard. But it is necessary for this quest line, so you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Okay, we're gonna avoid that rune bear. We'll hug the wall going this way. And yeah, Blackguard's just over here in the moat where he was selling boiled crab as opposed to prawn like he was originally. And he even warned us when we talked to him earlier that he felt like something bad was about to happen. We talked to him again. That will become a reality.
Alright, mate. Yeah. And I was seen here again. Never thought I would. What he does to those bodies. It was him. No question. That monster. He's lurking round here.
Alright, now, this isn't your last chance to buy crab and prawn from him, because when he does die, you're able to get his bell bearing, so don't feel like you need to buy a bunch of stuff, but we're just going to reload the area real quick so we don't have to run back from a site of grace. Now he's tied up in this chair, all bloodied.
Serves me right. Fitting bloody end. For a jumped up little shit with big ideas. Help me out. Would you, mate? I don't want to get cursed. Just let me die. I don't want to live like this. Not anymore. So, please.
I got you, bro. Don't worry. So there's another seedbed curse, his bell bearing, and his armor and weapon. And now Dung Eater is going to invade. We'll take him out for killing our good buddy.
I will kill you and deform your corpse.
Sure you were, bro.
Then the pox will truly be your own.
Thank you, Crab, for helping out. Cool. So now if you go back to where he is in that jail cell from before, that's where you're able to turn in the seedbed curses eventually. You do need all 6, I believe, that are in the game. So there's a couple more for us to find, but one of them is in one of the secret areas of the game, so it's going to be a bit before we are able to do that. So we won't worry about going back to him as of right now, but yeah. Okay, on to the Forsaken Depths, onto the Final portion of the Shunning Grounds. And down here is going to be a boss fight that is a preview of another fight that we'll be doing later on. Is that an item I just walked past? Oh, yeah. Alright, so this is Mohg the Omen. There is another Mohg fight later on, somewhat late in the game. I mean, technically you can do him really early if you want to. The second fight is required for accessing the DLC, but you do not need to do this like fight first. This isn't required by any means. This is more of like how there's a Margit fight and a Morgoth fight. You know, they're essentially one and the same, but the second fight is just a little bit harder. This fight is just Mohg Phase 1. So this teaches you everything you need to know about Phase 1 of the later fight that you'll be doing. He does not have a second phase, so don't need to worry about that. Basically, what you're looking out for in this fight are obviously his swing attacks with his little pitchfork. And then he has blood flame attacks. Whenever you see him start to pull one of those attacks from the sky, if you are away from him like this, he will throw it at you, at which point you want to just roll forward through it and you will avoid it. And if you're right next to him, he will throw it down in a circle around him. So kind of a little technique there. And then that little, so this attack he's going to throw. Then the little slash attack that he does, the blood flame slash attack, it has a delay. Now that I'm next to him, oh, never mind, I was still far away from him. Throw. That one is an immediate attack. You'll want to roll right through that. The other slash attack that he does, okay, there's where you're going to throw it around in a circle on him. Yep. The other slash attack he does has a delay, so you don't want to dodge it immediately. You want to wait for it to actually start to explode. This one, see, little delay, so just wait for it. So phase 1 isn't too bad if you know what you're doing. Phase 2 of the later fight is where things really kick up a notch, and it gets pretty dang intense. Oh, too early. Get out, get out. And his trident has way more range than you would think it does, so just be careful. And there we go. I know, great advice. Be careful against this boss. Subscribe for more great advice. Okay, now here's where things start to get a little spooky. So we'll rest here. We'll level up real quick. And then you'll see that there is an option to speak with Melina.
If you intend to claim the frenzied flame, I ask that you cease. It is not to be meddled with. It is chaos, devouring life and thought unending. However ruined this world has become, however mired in torment and despair, life endures. Births continue. There is beauty in that. Is there not? If you would become Lord, do not deny this notion. Please, leave the frenzied flame alone.
So she's basically saying, so Shabriri's whole plan is, this world sucks, it needs to be burned away. And that's, like, that can be done through the frenzied flame. Melina's saying, yeah, maybe this world isn't great, but you know, it's still a world that people get to live in, you know, and so she's basically just fighting for the side of life, while, you know, the Shabiri is saying, nope, like it's not worth it. Everything needs to go. So, the Erdtree's Favor Talisman +1 that we just got, very good. It raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. So, just overall stats, just like the Ring of Favor and Protection from Dark Souls. Not as good as good old Fap Ring was, but it's still pretty decent. Okay, so as you get here, you may think, well, I mean, there's not really anything else here, so I guess that's it. But you'd be wrong. Just like in Dark Souls 3, after you beat Abyss Watchers, this little altar here opens. So you just walk into it, and there is a secret passageway beyond. Now, as we come down here, we'll see a bunch of corpses of what look like our merchant friends. And like I said, this is where things start to get spooky. Oh, and if you thought I died a lot trying to do that skip, get ready for trying to make it to the bottom of this area. I am always so bad at it. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. That guy's just chilling, playing his instrument. Leave him alone. There's other guys we can kill, though. Okay, area music, shut up. I'm trying to listen to the cool merchant music. Okay, so what you need to do to continue on is get all the way down to that bottom part of the floor. Obviously, from here, a fall would kill us. So you need to find the right way of getting down there effectively while jumping on these coffins that are jutting out of the wall. Now, if I remember right, I think the best way to do it is coming to this one first. And I want to jump over onto this one. Then this one in the corner. Good. Onto this item. Wow! I first tried it. I don't know if I've ever done that. That's crazy. Oh, man. Miracles happen. It's funny how the thing that I normally don't struggle with, which is the elevator skip, took me forever. And the thing that I always struggle with, which is this, took me one try. Funny how that happens. Okay, so now as you drop down onto the floor, it will crumble from underneath you. Drop all the way down to the bottom. Down here, you'll see that Hyetta has joined us. We're going to rest at this side of Grace first, though. And talk to Melina again.
I ask you one more time, please, seek not the frenzied flame. As one who strives to become a lord, deny not the lives, the new births of this world. Those who would are not fit to be called lord, when the land they preside over is lifeless.
Whatever you say. Alright, we'll go talk to Hyetta real quick.
So you're here as well, are you? I realized as we've talked, I'll be a maiden, and you, surely a lord. Go to the door ahead. After divesting yourself of your possessions, it will surely open, and the three fingers will welcome you. May the flame of chaos find purchase within you. Go to the door ahead. It will surely...
Okay, so she says go to the door and remove yourself of all your possessions. If we come to the door, we'll see, oh, what? There's nothing happening. Well, we have to follow her advice and remove our equipment. And if we move up, then the open the door prompt is available for us. Now, This does unlock the quote-unquote bad ending, like I referenced before. This is the Frenzied Flame. However, if you do want to experience this on your own, but don't necessarily want to follow through with this ending, there is a way to reverse it later on. And I'll show you how to do that. But as most people will not do the Frenzied Flame ending, there will be other endings that they'll most likely do, including the Ronnie ending, which is shockingly the most common one. I'm going to show off, we're ultimately going to do the Frenzied Flame ending because I think it's incredibly unique. So here we go. And there we go. We have been seared by the three fingers. You'll see these marks will show up on your body from this point on, and your eyes will also be yellow and red. It's super cool, especially with my little Darth Maul skin. You do have the option in settings. Let's see. Oh, it might be in the character customization settings itself. To show like the burn marks and the eyes. So if you want those turned off, you do have that option available. All right, let's go ahead and throw our equipment back on. I like to keep it on, especially the eyes. I think the eyes look super cool. So I definitely won't be changing anything. We'll do the talisman later. It's not a big deal. Okay. Maybe we should do Vike's armor now that we're burned by the three fingers like he was. We'll stay in theme, why don't we? Even though the Raging Wolf armor is definitely better, we'll switch it up a little bit, because why not? Yeah, now we're properly the Lord of Frenzy now. Okay, if we go back here, we can talk to Hyetta yet again.
The flame of chaos has nestled within you. Could you please rest your hand upon me? Burn me with the flame to make me your maiden. Oh, it burns. My eyes, they're melting.
Surely this is the right thing to do, right?
Thank you. I have touched them. The words of the three fingers. As your maiden, allow me to divine them. All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls. But the greater will made a mistake. Torment, despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned, melted all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again. Those who gave me grace howled without words, saying they wished they were never born. Become their lord, take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures, no more birth.
Yeah, this is totally the right thing to do. Yeah, let's go talk to Melina again.
You have inherited the frenzied flame. A pity. You are no longer fit. Our journey together ends here. And remember, should you rise as the Lord of Chaos, I will kill you. As sure as night follows day, such is my duty. For allowing you the strength of runes. Goodbye, my companion. Goodbye, Torrent.
Damn. So, safe to say, Melina is not happy with us. And as you can see, Hyetta is completely burned away. Yeah, we're the good guy in this scenario, right? Okay. Now, while we're down here, if you didn't get to the Deeproot Depths by defeating Valiant Gargoyles, there is a different way to get down there from here. This is something that I did not know about for years. I found it out like sometime last year, I think. Yeah, so you can get rid of that illusory wall, and then there's another one behind this chest with the side of grace down here. And then, yeah, you can follow these branches all the way down. You'll see that waterfall. You can faintly see the glow of where the side of grace is down there. That's where the Erdtree avatar of where you first come up the waterfall is. So, yeah, another way to get down there if you didn't want to fight Valiant Gargoyles, which I don't blame you if that's your decision. Okay, one more thing to do with the Frenzied Flame questline before we burn the Erdtree. We're going to go back to where Shabriri was. Oh, we still have a death route to get the Garank. Gosh dang it, I keep forgetting about that. And he is gone. And it drops Uria's armor set. Okay. Let's go give Garank that death route real quick since I keep forgetting.
I won't forget. I never must.
Thank you. All right. And then that is going to be it for this episode. So, yeah, that's the Subterranean Shunning grounds. If you don't want to do the Frenzy quest line, you don't have to. By all means, go and do something else. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Is there anything I want to do first before burning the Erdtree? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's just cap this off then by burning the Erd Tree. Now, when you do this normally, there's going to be a cutscene with Melina of her sacrificing herself to burn the Erd Tree, and it's very sentimental. But again, chances are you're going to be doing that on your own playthrough, and you'll be able to experience it. So this is a chance, if you don't want to do the bad ending, for you to see what that looks like. And so we'll do the listen to the sounds of the flame prompt here. Now, burning the Erd Tree does, like I mentioned earlier, sends a lot of stuff into motion. A bunch of NPCs in the Round Table Hold will be gone after this, so just be forewarned if there's stuff that you still wanted to complete there before doing this, then do it, or you'll have to wait till next playthrough. But here we go. All right, here we are in crumbling Farum Azula, which is my favorite area in the game. I think it is so good. I am realizing we can't teleport out of here, and before we do this area, I do think we want to complete Dragon Barrow first. So this whole unexplored area of Caelid. So I think we're going to do that next, but we do need to get to a site of grace first before we're able to go back. So we'll do the just initial part of this. No matter which ending you go with, you're going to get transported here anyway. This is required. And it's kind of cool. Essentially, this place is frozen in time, which is freezing time for the rest of the lands between as well. So even though you've started the burning of the Erd Tree, it won't fully be burned until after this area is cleared. Alright, so just take care of these beastmen at first, otherwise they can be kind of annoying when you're trying to get that site of grace. Which is just up here to the left. And there we are. right, well, that is it for this episode. Thanks again for watching if you've been here and following along with this playlist, and just watching this walkthrough. I really do appreciate any viewership on it. Please like and subscribe if you can. Helps out a ton. Of course, at the end of the day, I'm just kind of doing this all for fun because why not? But yeah, next episode we won't be doing Fair Missoula. We're going to be going to do Dragon Barrow first, and then I think we also, before doing this, we might go to Mohg's area and complete that, which is over on this side. So I think we'll complete those two things first before coming back to Fair Missoula. So if you are interested in those those videos and continuing this walkthrough, appreciate you following along. But yeah, that's what you can expect for the next couple episodes. But that is it for now. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.